Hello everyone. Today I suddenly came up with a pretty cool idea using silicone glue, and I'm really excited to try it out and see what the result will be. Let's follow along and see what it turns into. First, I need to pour a certain amount of silicone glue into a bowl. If you want to follow along, try to estimate the ratio just like shown on the video screen for best results. I just poured in an amount just enough for the experiment in this video, enough for the next steps without any excess or shortage. I only need a few plastic zip ties and a small wooden stick to make a simple stirring tool, perfect for mixing silicone glue without making a mess or tangling. You just tie the zip ties close together, forming a 3-blade fan shape, then trim them down, and that's it. You have a handy DIY stirring tool. To stir evenly without tiring my hands, I'll attach this DIY stirring tool to a drill, making it quick and convenient for perfectly mixing the glue. I'm going to pour a little gasoline into the bowl with the silicone glue, a step that makes the mixture more fluid and easier to stir evenly. After adding the gasoline, I'll put in a spoonful of Vaseline, which helps make the mixture smoother. Now, let's stir this mixture thoroughly. Now I have a complete waterproof mixture. Smooth, pliable, and adhesive, perfect for applying on surfaces that need to be effectively water resistant. I'm going to test it on a piece of cardboard, dividing it into 2 sections. One coated with a waterproof mixture, the other left untouched. Then, I'll pour water on it to observe and compare the actual effectiveness of the mixture. If you're curious to see the final results, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. While waiting for the cardboard to dry, I'll do the same on a small piece of wood, just like I did with the cardboard, to see how the waterproof mixture performs on different surfaces. While waiting for the small piece of wood to dry, I'll mark a brick in the same way, dividing it into 2 sections to test and observe the waterproofing effect on the brick surface. I'll set the brick aside for now, letting the coated part dry, and then move on to applying the mixture on a section of the wall to test its waterproofing on a larger vertical surface. After applying the mixture on this part of the wall, I'll go back to the original cardboard to check the test on the coated versus uncoated sections and see the difference. After spraying water onto the coated surface, I noticed that the water didn't soak into the cardboard but formed droplets instead, showing that the mixture works very effectively. When spraying water on the uncoated surface, I noticed the water quickly soaked into cardboard, leaving it completely wet, a clear contrast to the coated part. Looking at the results on the cardboard, I can confidently say the waterproofing works really well. The water just beads on the surface without soaking in, showing that the mixture performs perfectly on paper. The cardboard test was successful, so what about the wooden surface? I'll check to see if the waterproof mixture performs similarly on wood. When spraying water on both wooden surfaces, the coated part still performs very well. Water beads on the surface without soaking in. The uncoated part, however, quickly absorbs water, leaving the wood completely wet. For those unfamiliar, wood is a porous material made of cellulose fibers that naturally absorb moisture, so water easily penetrates it. This contrast shows that the waterproof mixture works effectively, even on water-absorbent wood. So now I'll move on to the brick we prepared earlier to see how the waterproof mixture performs on a hard, rough surface. Just like in the previous tests on the coated surface, I can still see water forming small droplets that don't soak in, showing that the waterproofing effect remains consistently effective. After spraying water on both sides of the brick, the coated part kept the water beaded on the surface, staying completely dry, while the uncoated part absorbed water quickly, leaving the surface soaked. This contrast demonstrates that the waterproof mixture works effectively even on hard, rough surfaces like brick. Our final test will be on the wall, at the area previously coated with the waterproof mixture. This will allow us to check its effectiveness on a larger, vertical surface and see how well it resists water. When spraying water on the uncoated area, it soaked in immediately, while the coated part stayed dry. I've tested 4 surfaces, cardboard, wood, brick, and wall, to show the mixture's clear effectiveness. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe.